In this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm changing some things up. Man, this is probably like my fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time changing things up. So stick around and hear why I'm changing things up and why you should too. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jesse Delgado, jessedelgado.com. And if you're new to the channel, man, please consider subscribing. I make content that is based around filmmaking, digital marketing, storytelling. All right, so let's get right into it, man. I am switching things up. What does that even mean? Switching things up. What do you mean? What are you talking about? All right, so here's the thing, man. I started this YouTube channel over a year now. I'm going on my second year. And man, I've changed focuses so many different times. I didn't know if I wanted it to be more digital marketing, more filmmaking, more building kingdom creatives, which is definitely all things I want to do. But here's the thing, man, is I started to water down my message. I started to get watered down in my approach of what I was wanting to do. Now, let me just get this out of the way, because this is something that's extremely important to me, is what do I want to do in my heart, right? What do I feel passionate, feel called, feel motivated? What desire do I have? And here's what drives me, man. I want to see kingdom creatives learn how to create better, learn how to turn their creativity into a full-time income, and also to open up opportunities for them to do all the other stuff that they can't do because they're working a 9-to-5 job. I myself have found myself in that situation, and I am extremely passionate about doing that, man. I love the kingdom, man. I love God's people. I want to help them succeed, man. There's so many amazing, talented people that I know personally, man, who are so creative, but they haven't been able to draw a connection from their creativity to their income. And man, I just really feel passionate about wanting to help those people. Now, I myself am still in a process of learning that. And so I can teach it, but it's more of just sharing what I know, what I'm doing. Kind of like this video here is really just sharing my process, why I'm making my changes in hopes to be able to help you. Okay, so that's my why. That's what I do things for. Now here comes a little bit of the strategy, and I've been doing some studying on SEO. Maybe you're familiar with that. That's called search engine optimization. I've been looking into that as a way to be able to help my video production business get more customers, get more clients, and just overall grow, man. I'm always trying to learn new things and develop myself in the area of filmmaking and digital marketing. And so as I've been learning SEO, I've been learning some key things, okay? And this is what I want to share with you today. Now, first of all, let's just set the foundation. YouTube is a search engine. People go to YouTube to search for things. This is one of the reasons why it's such an amazing platform, because you can get discovered. You can have old videos that were a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, still show up in search if people search the right things and you're ranking for those keywords. Once again, search engine optimization. If you're optimized, if your content is optimized, you'll show up. Okay, so there's a whole strategy around this whole search engine optimization. And without getting too deep into it, there are certain things that the algorithm looks for in order to promote and have your video show up in search. Now, one of the most powerful aspects of having your content show up in search is what they would refer to as relevancy. And this is where basically you are demonstrating your authority in whatever specific niche or topic or industry that you're in. Now, the way that you demonstrate this authority is by showing that you have a comprehensive understanding of everything that is revolving around that said industry. Okay, so when they see a website or they see YouTube channel, they look at that channel or that website and they go, what is this website or channel about? If you're all over the place and 1 minute you're doing stuff that is about skiing tips and the next minute it's about digital marketing and then cameras and all this kind of stuff, you're going to lose relevancy. They don't understand what you're actually about. They don't know what you're talking about because you have things that are all over the place. Knowing that, I go, man, I really need to focus on what it is and establishing myself as an authority with relevance in a specific niche. Now, filmmaking, digital marketing, storytelling, those are all very broad. And especially for somebody like myself who's just starting out, I got 500 subscribers, not really a lot. And I'm not dropping videos, 2-3 times a week, which, would be really good for me. I'm dropping them once a week, maybe even once every 10 days or 2 weeks. And so therefore my relevancy is being hurt. They don't know what my channel is about. 1 minute I'm talking about digital marketing. Next minute I'm talking about filmmaking, storytelling, content creation, Christian creatives, all this kind of stuff. And it's getting really confusing. So here's why I'm changing. Here's how I'm changing everything up. Okay. I am going to focus on establishing my channel as an authority in a specific area. Now you might be asking yourself, okay, great. How do I do that for myself? This is how I'm doing it for me. What do I know the most about? Filmmaking, hands down. I've been doing filmmaking way longer. I've had a business doing filmmaking, a side business. I've had all different kind of things. I've done all different types of projects, and I'm still doing them. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still investing in equipment and doing jobs and all this kind of stuff. And by far, that's the skill, the creative talent that I know the most. And so therefore, I'm going to establish myself within the niche of a filmmaker, of somebody who's doing video. And I'm going to talk about every aspect that I can about filmmaking and content creation through the means of video. Because what that's going to do is that's going to establish me as an authority. And then when people come to my channel, then they'll see my personality like a video like this, right? I might be talking about one thing, YouTube strategies. But then you click on the video and you start to hear a little bit more about my story. You start to hear a little bit about why I do what I do. And you start to, maybe resonate with that. That's how you're going to grow and expand your audience. But the content that you put out there has to revolve around a centralized niche. And you have to have multiple levels of content that are all pointing back to that particular industry. So I'm switching things up. I'm going to say, listen, I'm going to focus. And I really do, man. I believe that there's tons of people that I can help with filmmaking and video creation. I by no means have exhausted the type of content that I can make surrounding video creation. Just that alone. Matter of fact, what I did, and I would encourage you to do the same thing, is a little exercise. I just opened up a Google Doc and I just started typing out topics that I could talk about within filmmaking. Man, I literally couldn't stop typing. I'm talking about lenses and aperture and filters and mobile filmmaking and apps and shutter speed and lighting and editing and Final Cut and After Effects. I mean, I could go on and on and on about filmmaking type stuff because that's what I do and that's what I know most about. So for me, listen, I want to do certain things with digital marketing and I want to do certain things with helping Kingdom creatives, and I'm going to do those things. But listen, it's a progress. Like I got to progress to that level. I can't just start out being all things to all people, because then I'm going to be no one to no one. And maybe you find yourself in that situation. You've been digging the ground in YouTube, you've been toiling, you've been putting in work, and you're not getting the exposure that you would have hoped for. It's very likely that you're just not specific enough in your niche. You're not specific enough, and Google and search engines and people, even people beyond search engines, right? Even people don't even recognize you as an authority in anything because you talk too much about all of this and this and that. Now, I know what you're thinking, man. I know what you're feeling because I feel those same things. You go, hey, but Jess, man, I'm a multi-talented personality. I got so many things that I love to do and so many things that I'm passionate about doing. And, I can't just talk about one thing. And listen, I get that. I feel that same way too. Everything that I just explained to you, even SEO stuff, man, I've been studying that and learning that, and I would love to teach on that as I'm learning and growing. But listen, there's a time and a place for it. You got to follow the process. There's a process in this thing, man. There's a creative process to get where you're trying to go. And you got to start with step 1, then step 2, then step 3. You got to follow the steps. And so I know the fear, it rises up. I know what it feels like. Oh man, you're missing out. You're not doing what you're called to do. You're selling out for just making videos. I know that feeling, man. But listen, trust me in this, and you'll see as a live example, the sooner you can get this information, man, the sooner that you can slow down and say, okay, let me just follow the process. Let me do one step at a time. Here's what I'm going to do is establish myself as an authority in this way. And I'm going to put in the work, and I'm going to put in the work, and then I'm going to add something else on later. And slowly and slowly and slowly. If you can do that, I guarantee you, man, you're going to up the level of your success. I'm telling you, you're gonna do it. And I've tried to fight against it. In my mentality, I've had people that I've consulted with, and they tell me the same thing. And I see it everywhere, man. This is how it works. This is how it works online. I could bang my head against the way that I want to do things, and I can try to force my way into the industry and stuff like that. But listen, it's not going to work. There's a certain method that needs to be followed in order to be able to climb the ranks. And listen, that's one of the big things. You need to be specific about what you're doing. I don't want to be just a filmmaker. That's not my end all be all. But right now, that's what I do. That's how I make money. That's another aspect to it. What do you do to make money? Like, I have this filmmaking business. I do videos. I do other stuff, but that's a big part of what I do. So therefore, I should be making content surrounded around what it is that I make money doing. I'm not a professional storyteller. As much as I love stories and read books on it and I'm so fascinated by it, I'm not a professional storyteller. I don't get paid to do it. People don't hire me to tell stories or teach them how to tell stories yet. I will one day. But yet, right now, they don't. I get paid to do videos and some digital marketing type stuff. So therefore, that's what I need to focus in on. So that's how I'm switching things up, man. I'm switching it up. You're going to get a lot of filmmaking stuff from me. But inside that content, when you click on that little thumbnail or whatever, you're going to get other stuff that's inside of it, little tips and tricks to be able to help share the knowledge of digital marketing and storytelling and content creation and all that other stuff, man. I'm going to slip it in there anyways, but it's all going to be revolving around this authority of filmmaking. And I hope that helps you think about the content that you're creating. Listen, you have to. I know, I tried to fight it. I tried to fight it, but you have to slow down and follow the process, man. There's a process to it. You're not going to defeat Google and YouTube and all of this stuff. And here's the wonderful thing, man, is that if you can position yourself as an asset, as a person of value, and do these things around this particular area, this one particular niche, and you can help people, you will then be rewarded. And what will you be rewarded with? You will be rewarded with people who are paying attention to your content. And man, what an amazing reward to have people watching your stuff, consuming your content. Think about that, man. They're taking time out of their day to watch, like your video, and all that kind of stuff, man. That's amazing. That's an honor. So listen, follow the process. I know you'll get through it. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you haven't, man, please subscribe to this channel. I need your subscription, man. I'm trying to grow this thing. You feel me? We're trying to do it real big. So I love you guys, man. God bless you. Keep on building the kingdom through content. You were created to do good work. Ephesians 2:10. Until next time.